It's Tuesday, the 30th of June. My name's Juan Brown. You're watching the Blanco Lirio channel. And breaking news, EASA, the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, has given Pakistan International Airlines less than 24 hours to get out of Dodge. They have issued a decision to suspend the third country operator's permit of Pakistan International Airlines from operating anywhere inside the European Union. Now, I have a copy of the actual document here. I'm not sure if it's able to be widely disseminated or if it's just for internal use only, so I'm just going to show you the cover page here, sanitized version of that, and then I'm going to read some of the salient points out of here. But before we start, I want to give a little bit of background on this. These issues between EASA and Pakistan International Airlines have been going on for years, back and forth. This latest suspension largely, to a large degree, comes from the revelation about the lack of proper certification of some pilots at Pakistan International Airlines. But it more largely gets to the management and safety culture over at Pakistan International Airlines. One of the larger safety programs required around the world here in the States is something called FOQA, or Flight Operations Quality Assurance Program. This is something that EASA has apparently been after PIA for some years to implement and has still yet to properly implement. What FOQA is, every time you manipulate a modern jet airliner now, anytime you work the mode control panel and dial in an altitude, dial in a heading, anytime you make an exceedance, if you overspeed a flap setting, if you overspeed a landing gear speed, if you have a hard landing, for example, ask me how I know. This data is recorded on the flight data recorder, and it is downloaded on a regular basis, and it is viewed by people on the FOQA team, the Flight Operation Quality Assurance team, and if any exceedances are met, you, the operator, will quickly get a phone call within 24 hours of one of these gatekeepers of this data, and they will ask you for more information on what happened. They're just looking for information to prevent this from happening again in the future. And you're not in jeopardy if you make one of these exceedances unless you were to lie wildly about the situation at hand. So this creates a continuous loop of operational safety where this safety data is recorded, disseminated, and then reported to the wider pilot audience, and it shows pilots trends in operations that you can do to prevent from reoccurring. The ability to record this data and properly report it is something missing at PIA. Okay, on to the letter from Patrick Kai of EASA, European Union Aviation Safety Agency. Decision of the European Union Aviation Safety Agency. In accordance with the following bunch of regulations, EASA, the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, hereby suspends the third country operator, that's known as the TCO authorization, of Pakistan International Airlines Corporation. The original TCO was made on 17 May of 2016, and this authorization is continuously monitored by the EU to make sure that they remain in compliance. In the past, the European Union and PIA have been going back and forth on 6 different safety issues, of which 5 of those issues were closed out, but 1 was elevated to a level 1 safety issue. The level 1 finding concerns in particular are the operator could not demonstrate having effectively implemented all the elements of a safety management systems as required by the following regulations. I believe this gets into the FOQA issue that I discussed earlier, the ability to capture deviations and properly report on them and prevent them from happening in the future. Now we get into the issue about pilots' licenses. Furthermore, EASA has received information on Wednesday, 24 June, that the Pakistan aviation minister informed Parliament the results of an investigation which revealed that more than 260 out of the 860 pilot licenses issued in Pakistan by Pakistan authorities and used by pilots operating for air operators certified in Pakistan are fraudulent. Based on this information, EASA is concerned about the validity of the Pakistani pilots' licenses and that Pakistan, as the state of operator, is currently not capable to certify and oversee its operators and aircraft in accordance with applicable international standards. So this goes well beyond the staff, the pilots directly at PIA. It goes into the entire management of airline safety in the country of Pakistan. So EASA sent a letter of intent to suspend, and Pakistan responded. And in response to EASA's consultation letter of 28 June, Pakistan International Airlines Corporation Limited provided its opinion and additional information on EASA's intent to suspend the TCO authorization. The material was assessed by EASA as insufficient. So the letter that they got back from PIA, or the administrators in Pakistan, was insufficient for EASA. Reasons. Now we're getting back to this data, this safety data collection. The software application proposed by the operator for safety data management, risk assessment, and analysis, including the statistical analysis and the ability to identify repeated or similar hazards and occurrences, is still under development. They haven't got together a FOQA program over in Pakistan yet. In addition, in response to the consultation letter dated 26 June, PIA indicated that the software development completion requires an additional 3 to 4 months, which cannot be granted by EASA, as EASA considers that the operator has been granted a sufficient timeline to eliminate the issues. They're not getting it together in time. On 23 October 2019, PIA issued a policy to timely address safety reports. However, the submitted evidence revealed that since December 2019, none of these reports were processed, as, for instance, the respective root causes are still not identified. So none of these safety reports, or very few of these safety reports, are even being generated at all out of Pakistan. The submitted documents related to the measurement of safety performance indicators, SPIs, revealed that some of the SPIs were controlled by different departments with different target settings. Furthermore, PIA provided evidence of the correction of the calculation errors of the SPIs from 2018, where EASA found some major inconsistencies and even illogical. For instance, the input of SPIs, safety performance indicators, are performed in flight hours, but the formula calculates based on the number of landings. Furthermore, the submitted corporate SPIs does not contain all the indicators measured by the departments themselves. So massive confusion in data collection and reporting. EASA already granted PIA an extension from 24 May of 2020 to 17 June of 2020, but in light of the recent tragic events with Flight 8303 on 22 May and the initial findings laid down in the preliminary accident report showing successive breaches of multiple layers of safety defenses, again, this is threading the Swiss cheese. Each of those pieces of cheese is a block supposed to stop the chain of events from an accident from occurring. EASA is concerned that the safety management system is not achieving its primary objective. However, this does not mitigate EASA's concern that there are strong indications that a high number of Pakistani pilots' licenses are invalid. EASA therefore no longer has the confidence that Pakistan, as the state of operator, can effectively ensure that the operators certified in Pakistan comply at all times with the applicable requirements for crew qualification. Thus, the significant non-compliances that lower safety remain, and EASA upholds the Level 1 findings. Due to these non-compliances, the TCO authorization is suspended. So this suspension is effective of Wednesday, 1 July 2020. You got less than 24 hours to get out of Dodge. It's going to be a 6-month suspension with a resubmit for further disapproval clause of 3 months and possible complete suspension if they don't get their act together. So This story gets deeper and deeper and shows a fundamental structural, institutional problems with aviation safety and its administration in Pakistan. Again, the folks of Pakistan deserve better. Thanks for your support. See you here.